There we go.
I want the truth
You
and
made
nothing
it.
but the truth.
Welcome to the party.
How's it going?
Good. It's real nice to meet you all.
Nice
You
meeting
too. You too.
Mhm.
Excited for this. All right.
Robber.
Yeah, but
Yeah, look who it is.
yeah, he's showing up everywhere, so you know this is being recorded. And
Yeah,
I just got recommended that he recorded it, and I figured it would be better. It's going to be better than me trying to pull it off.
Sure. All right.
Doing
Well-
work for the community.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Chad, go ahead.
So we always kick these things off to start with saying thank you so much for helping us, for supporting the Kickstarter, helping us bring the show back. We really, really, really appreciate it, and I hope you've been enjoying the recent episodes.
Oh, I've been loving him. Bowser versus Eggman, obviously my favorite.
Good.
Oh,
All
cool,
right.
cool.
Well, the whole idea behind this call is the floor is yours. However you want to go about it, there's no pressure or expectation. We're just excited to talk with you and hear about your idea.
All
No,
right.
normally you say that, Ben, but the first slide says the pitch for the greatest death battle ever of all time. So
Yeah,
I
pretty
do have some
confident.
expectations now.
Yeah. I'm going all in. Just a heads up, I am going to be talking a bit fast, and it is going to go slightly over 10 minutes because it's a lot of slides.
Okay.
If we go just a little bit over, that's fine. But if it goes like way over, we'll have to stop. But yeah, because we
All
got
right.
more calls coming up after.
All right.
So-
Okay. I'll just get the presentation started. Let's see. All right. Okay, can you see the slideshows up? Jobber,
Yeah.
are you recording?
Yep, all good here.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome, everybody, to the greatest death battle ever of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
SMG4, main mean machine of the Mushroom Kingdom. Devil Artemis, perfect poster boy of the Dragon Ball universe.
What is this?
That's right, we're getting Death Battle to cover internet series.
Okay.
Besides Rooster Teeth, because they've explored every other form of media out there, so it looks like it's the perfect time to explore some new grounds. I'm
Okay.
Michael, stage name Professor Mewtwo, and I'm here to analyze this fight's connections, enjoyability, and potential to see why it should be a death battle. First of all, why do I want this fight? What else can I say? But I'm something of a fan of theirs. I've enjoyed their content for years. They always found ways to make me laugh out loud, and I want nothing more than watch these two beat the crap out of each other.
All
And
right.
clearly, I'm not the only one. As you can see by all this fan art, this Death Battle gets a lot of support from the community. So many people want to see it. It is a dream. It is a dream fight for just so many people. It really is something incredible. And there's also my magnum opus. I actually made my own version back in 2021, and it is my masterpiece. I just had a lot of fun writing with it, and I got to do so many incredible things. And it broke the website I wrote it on, the Death Battle Fan Wiki. It just got a lot of awards for it. And if I accomplished all that on my own, imagine what the official Death Battle team can do with it.
Okay.
So without further ado, let's introduce our lovely contestants. Okay, SMG4 is from Super Mario 64 emulation that one day got hit with a USB and infected with memes that drove everyone crazy. But it also made SMG4, whose mission is to keep the memes in balance by making funny YouTube videos out of them. Thus, he started teaming up with Chaotic Mario to go on long-term a lot of comedic adventures that have lasted for years. And it's kind of like the SpongeBob equivalent of YouTube, in case you've never seen it before.
I looked up a couple videos before this because I'd never seen it before. And thank you for the context, because I was like, what is happening here? There is a lot going on. Your animation is really fun, though.
Thank you. And Devil Artemis, he's a perfect cell from alternate Dragon Ball timeline, which I quote is on the outskirts of reality where madness reigns supreme. He got fired after losing to Gohan despite coming back to life, but then Kermit walked up and said he could make money by ripping off Team 4-Star. Thus, he began engaging in a bunch of random adventures that created the perfect series of short Dragon Ball videos with perfect humor. The connection between these two is that they're both YouTubers that parody popular universes, that being Super Mario and Dragon Ball respectively. They're usually in a duo with Super Mario and Kermit being their chaotic sidekick, and they're usually the serious one that gets dragged into all the chaos against their will, but it leads to those nonsensical, meme-filled, unhinged YouTube adventures that are perfect for YouTube, complete with absurd scenarios, lots of all the meme characters you can think of in fiction, and the occasional story arc where they have to fight the world-ending super being. And so you're probably wondering what this matchup brings to the table, and yes, I will show you what I got. The main beauty of this fight is in the sheer chaos. There's just so much hijinks and unbelievable scenarios going on that, as long as you can think of it, it can happen in SMG4 and Devil Artemis. Nothing you say or do will go out of context for these characters, meaning the potential for writing is limitless. And you can do literally anything with this one death battle. And it's amazing. And I really do mean it when it has everything it has to offer, including action. With all the shenanigans they engage in, it's only natural they fight a few super monsters or villains, including those occasional story arc villains that need multiple episodes to handle. But when it comes to that, they know how to lock in. They got a lot of awesome weapons and powers that can cause mass carnage and break reality. More on that later, but it led to some great fight scenes and even helped with a long rogues gallery of villains in the past. Like these guys, mutated anime villains, the Dragon Ball OC stronger than your Dragon Ball OC, a universe-eating god, and a reality-warping TV man who was powered by Disney magic. And I'm being serious. That's just a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, we can't forget the funny either. Comedy is the core of their series, specializing parodies. They tend to make fun of a lot of video games, movies, etc., which means there's tons of references in their videos, and there could be a bunch of references in their death battles too. But most of the comedy comes in the sheer chaos of their scenarios. Just as long as it can make you laugh, it will fit. Just it's the random unhinged humor of YouTube you're working with. Just if you're going to be laughing out loud for hours, making the potential for jokes absolutely boundless. And one thing that I think definitely should happen in the death battle is engaging in a roast war. These people could just throw insults at each other and it would cause physical harm to them, like maybe their heads explode or something. But I'm not just exaggerating. This is something that has canonically happened to both of them. They can get insulted and hurt, physically hurt by this. So it's a perfect scenario for this death battle.
Okay.
Of course, we can't forget the fan service too. It's a staple of Devil Artemis, but there's also girls in SMG4 that qualify as waifu material as per that one law of the internet. So if you want to throw in some sexy time, now's the perfect time to do so. Just keep in mind, not all bitches will be of genuine quality, so do this at your own risk.
Okay.
But of course, what is a good old-fashioned death battle without the means to kill each other? And they got a lot of fun weapons to work with. Devil Artemis has the basic Dragon Ball powers, the most anime of all powers, flight, regeneration, teleportation, and lots of key blasts. But the Devil Artemis universe buffs that up to 11 and even gives them additional weapons abilities like fourth wall breaking. He has bribed the writers or directly influenced the plot just to go in his favor, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. SMG4, being more of the SpongeBob of YouTube, has more slapstick comedy powers, flight, teleportation, hammer space that stores up a lot of objects, stretching his body, regeneration, and several ways to screw up the fourth wall, like just straight up manipulating the plot to go in his favor, and just so much more. And speaking of that, so much more, onto the weapons. One of the staples in both their series is guns, which instead of just firing basic bullets, these things get buffed to god-slaying weapons. For example, an unmodified shotgun in the Devil Artemis universe is powerful enough to erase you from existence in a single hit. By the way, sell the shotgun that can erase you from existence. SMG4 has some crazy weapons too. There's Gmod guns that can telekinetically throw you into the sun, spawn objects, or even just straight up disintegrate you. And there's even the Waluigi launcher. It's a Waluigi with a bomb shoved up his ass, but it's a super powerful projectile, and it was even a running gag in his series for some time. Cell can match that with a Power World launcher. It fires several types of ammunition, including T-Rexes, the last thing you want fired at you at high speeds. And for other weapons, they got mechs like Cell's Gundam or SMG4's Hank Hill Megazord. SMG4 can summon memes to aid them in battles like shotgun-wielding egg dogs or Mario heads that can destroy the whole planet. And Cell can also do summons with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, summoning monsters like Kagi the Forbidden One, Ricardio to twerk on people's life points, and it even comes with magic spells like Some Bullshit, which as the name implies, pulls some bullshit. Okay. There's also Spirit Bombs, one's powered by nudes, the other's powered by memes. But for the really, really good weaponry, we have... Wait, not that picture! Sorry, you had to see that. for the really, really good weaponry, we have Cell's JoJo-style sand, Moistafizza. It's a big buff Winnie the Pooh that can see the future, rewind time, and even throw exploding pizzas, because that's just freaking cool. And SMG4 also has reality warping through its YouTube remote, several ways to screw with reality, a lot of which messes with time, and it can even summon YouTube monsters that drag you into YouTube hell. There's also super forms like Beach SMG4, Super Saiyans, Golden Cell, Ultra Instinct Cell, all of which can just spice up the action, and effing Infinity Gauntlets. Their arsenals get so wacky that one of the strongest weapons of all of fiction is at their disposal, complete with all the snap you out of existence Thanos powers. So for debatability, it's actually a fairly interesting one because they're both go through meme hell and have a lot of meme weaponry to deal with it. So they both know how to fight people that have a lot of meme weaponry and go through meme hell all the time. And I won't spoil how the feats go, but I assure you there are like universe busting, faster than light feats in this matchup. The best feats you can find in Death Battle, and they're not the only ones that can pull this off. They scale to other characters who have pulled off similar feats like this too. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in their universes. But the real fun of this debate is in the sheer insanity. Just as I demonstrated with all the weapons and powers they got, it's just absolute carnage, lots of reality warping, and it's fairly even matched because they could just basically do anything with the crazy stuff they have at their disposal. Cool. But even after that, there's one more thing I want to address. Who has the cuter ass? No, I'm just kidding. Is collab possible? Since it's a fight between YouTubers, I feel like the most ideal way to do this would probably be to get in contact with them and see if it's possible to make some sort of collab. And I do think this is a real possibility. SMG4 actually has referenced Death Battle a couple times in his videos. It's appeared in the background, and sometimes OCTs from the official Death Battles even play too. And even voice clips from Devil Artemis have leaked their way into SMG4. And he and Devil Artemis even follow each other on Twitter, which I take as like a sign they both know and respect each other to some extent. So that's that there. And as for Devil Artemis, what's his connection to Death Battle? That's obvious. I'm just going to skip that to save time since you know what it is.
I have no idea who this guy is.
I think we know somebody who knows and we could get in touch.
Yeah,
with.
I think I have a friend of a friend of a friend.
Hilarious. But he does know, he has acknowledged SMG4 versus Devil Artemis Cell as the dream matchup. There's a whole video called The Perfect Challenger dedicated to this joke. And in an official Reddit Q&A, several people actually asked about this specific death battle. And he's acknowledged that it is both Devil Artemis Cell's best opponent, and he would love to see it in some way, shape, or form. So with this in mind, I feel like it is possible to contact both of them and maybe work something out. Maybe just get, at the very least, maybe get them to do voice acting, or maybe just make like a special episode like Meta versus Carolina or Kool-Aid Man versus Macho Man. It definitely has the potential to be one of those episodes with a cool side plot going on to go a little crazy and do whatever you want with it. I just think it's a really cool concept right here.
For sure. Okay, we're gonna have to wrap up pretty soon. Well, perfect. Okay, we got conclusion.
Okay, I guess the conclusion. Yeah. So the conclusion: this is a fight that explores new grounds, goes into YouTubers, something Death Battle has never done before. It has intense, keep you on the edge of your seat action, but also laugh out loud comedy. So you get the best of both worlds. But with the sheer chaos, there's just so much fun stuff to work with, and you can just write this however you want. It can go in any direction, and like I said earlier, nothing would go out of context for these two characters. Just so much can happen in this one death battle. It's peak, it's amazing, it's just absolute, unrivaled perfection. So please, make this death battle happen. Any questions?
All right.
Wow.
Well, wow. Great presentation.
Thank you.
You clearly put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
So that's great. I don't know how either could die, but I get what you're saying. This would be a very, very wacky, insane episode and very fun for sure.
It would definitely be different from our usual fare in a lot of ways, but could be very fun. Awesome. All right. Well, excellent presentation. You crushed that.
Thank you.
If you want to, you don't have to, but clearly you put a lot of work into that whole PowerPoint and everything like that. An email will pop up in the chat in just a second. If you want to send it to that email, feel free. You can just send the file or whatever you want to do with that email. That way we could reference it later on. But either way, You did great. That was awesome.
Thank you.
It's a very fun idea of our matchup. Absolutely. I could see it getting very wild, very fast.
Just so much crazy going on.
Yeah.
For sure. Cool. Well, thank you again for supporting the Kickstarter. I'll definitely bounce this off Devil the next time I talk to him.
We'll have to talk to Devil and see how he's feeling about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But cool.
I love it. All right. Well, it's been great talking to you. Like Chad said, thank you so much for supporting Kickstarter.
Thank you so much for giving me the chance to pitch this. I really worked on it, worked hard on it. I'm glad you all liked it.
We can tell for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you got yourself the chance.
yeah.
So like, well, thank you. Yeah. And hey, Jobber, thanks for joining again.
No problem. No problem. Y'all have a great
I'll be
day.
sure to email some of you some of this stuff later. I got like the presentation and even like some written notes for the PowerPoint that might help too.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sure, that'd be great.
Love to see it. All right. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. Great pitch.
Later,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Let up.